We want to take the agent through the understanding of the psychology of the script. Another way I like to think of it is the psychology of influence. See, what I find is many salespeople, they get excited and they want to help people and they're urgent to help people. But yet because of their urgency, they tend to jump too fast to solution. The example I like to give is an agent is at a dinner party. There's 5 people standing around and one of the people says, "I'd like to sell my house." The agent immediately turns and squares off with the person and says, "I'm a real estate agent. You know I'm a real estate agent. I want to come out and list and sell your house. Of course you're going to use me. When's the time that we're going to list the house?" See, this person instantly then is put off. They take a step back and they say, well, I'm not really interested in selling my house right now. In fact, I was just thinking about it. I'll let you know when I'm ready to sell our home, and I may reach out to you in the future. See, we want to teach the agent a psychology to follow to help build rapport, uncover the seller's frustration or the buyer's frustration, uncover the prospect's motivation, and then finally deliver solution only if the solution is appropriate for them. So let's go through an example of this. When we meet with somebody at first, they're in neutral. They say, "I don't have a problem." "What problem are you talking about?" "Well, you said you wanted to sell your home." "Yeah, I'll get it figured out. We're not quite ready yet." That's where they're at. See, we have to focus on building rapport. If you think about rapport, rapport is simply trust. We tend to trust people have things in common with. Friends, maybe a community, or even sometimes a hobby. Great to having a conversation about where do their kids go to school. Do your kids go to the same school? Where are they from? Do you have something in common from where they're from? What is their occupation? Do you have anything in common with their occupation? And then lastly, what are their hobbies? What are the things that they do for fun? Do you have anything in common with that? Begin by building some rapport with them. Next, we want to move to frustration. We want to begin digging deeper with them to kind of start to uncover with them a little bit more about what's going on that's going to put them in a situation that they want to sell their home. So we could ask great questions. So can I ask you, why did you decide to sell now? Well, our house is getting too small. We have another child on the way, and we don't want our children to share bedrooms. Sometimes we can identify their frustration because it's the opposite of their goal, because a frustration will arise from a blocked goal. So they may say something like, well, our goal is we want to move into that school district over there. So their frustration is they don't want their child to go to that local school. So a great question would be, is there something about the school that you dislike? Or what do you like about the school in this area versus the school in the other area? They will then uncover to us some of their motivation in the process of us uncovering their frustration. Next, we shift to motivation. There's 2 things we're trying to get here. Is on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it that they solve this problem? And then by what time do they choose to have this problem solved by? So let me ask you, by when do you want to have your children in the new school district? Or when do you choose to have a home with more bedrooms? Can your children share a bedroom for a while? No, my daughter's 4 years old. My son is 1. They can no longer share a bedroom. It's getting to the point where we really have to get them into two rooms quickly. When would that be? You want to get them in there within 6 months, or are you thinking more with like 30 to 60 days? Now we've uncovered their motivation. We understand that their pain point is they don't want their children to have to share a room. They don't want the 4-year-old to be kept up by the 1-year-old at night. And yet, they would like to have this accomplished within 60 days. So now we have their motivation, we have their time frame, and we understand their frustration. Now we move to solution. If I can show you how to get you a home that has 3 bedrooms instead of 2, would you meet with me for 20 minutes? If I can show you how to get a home in the school district that you desire to live in, would you meet with me for 20 minutes? Again, moving to solution. We must teach agents not to jump from neutral to solution, but to always move through the path of rapport, get to frustration, get to motivation, then close for solution.